tonight is going to be the first night in this room. Day 2 of moving all of my shit. All this crap here, pretty much. I don't know where I'm putting any of this. Looks like I'm starting with the skincare. They are now all cleared out. The process of moving, my dad is planning on getting the new wardrobe in tonight. Oh, and it's not that my partner will help me either, because apparently it's all my crap. I have got to sort this mess out. That's the part that's most frustrating and the most annoying. The dining room, it doesn't really look like a dining room. The amount of like bickering. We had a bicker about a lampshade. It's been my room my entire life. Still no desk. That has really tired me out. Hi everyone, so welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new here, and welcome to a new vlog. Yeah, so welcome to a new vlog. This one is actually going to be a little bit different if you couldn't tell from the title, and also, yeah, you'll be able to tell anyway because me and my partner are in a new room. As you'll see from this vlog, moving down here it's definitely been a process. It's been a lot, I would say, for the both of us, but not really, because I think I did most of the actual moving of things down here. I feel like that was the hardest part, so it's definitely been difficult. But I will say, the whole process of it, I almost feel like I should address why we made this move, why we've switched into this bedroom. So this bedroom is the downstairs bedroom. I'll get to that in a bit, because I wanted to talk a little bit about why we made this switch in the first place. There's like one main big reason why we're down here actually. I know I had actually mentioned it in a previous vlog. I think it might have been the last one I posted. So the week in life of like having a week off and, you know, celebrating my birthday with my partner. And by the way, it is currently November for me. I filmed this vlog that you're about to see back in like very end of July, beginning of August. So definitely a big time jump as well, because I've been working so hard to get this vlog done and like edited. That has been a process itself. So I had mentioned it then in my previous vlog, and that me and my partner were talking about it, and obviously we were talking about it with my parents as well, because it was their idea in the first place to make this move to the downstairs bedroom. And naturally at first I was quite hesitant about it, because I knew that it would be a big change for me. I was in the upstairs bedroom for my entire life, from, I wouldn't say birth, because I spent the first 6 months as a baby not even in this house, but obviously I wouldn't remember that. I've not actually lived here for my entire life technically, but it certainly feels like it. And actually, when you think about it, for most of my life, yeah, I have lived here. Anyway, getting off topic. So I was in the upstairs bedroom for my entire childhood, not just my childhood but my adolescence as well, and I knew that moving would be a big thing for me, like a big change, and that the upstairs bedroom was my entire childhood, and I filled it with all of my childhood memories and all of that sort of stuff. And so in a way it's kind of a good thing that I'm no longer in that room because of that. But naturally, of course, I was going to be hesitant about it because it has been such a big part of my life. So naturally, yeah, I was going to be reluctant about it. But it was actually something that I had wanted to do. I wanted to make the change. I wanted to move down here because it would then give like me and my partner opportunities to make this room ours. And not just that, I feel like moving bedrooms was exactly what I needed, just to feel a bit more freedom, a bit more adult like. I am literally 24 and I still don't really feel like an adult, but I am. And I wanted a space to feel more like like not just like my own plus my partner's. I want it to feel like ours, and we weren't really able to do that upstairs because there was just too much. There was too much up there. I've still got too much in this room, but it didn't feel like mine and my partner's, which is what we wanted the space to be, our room, and not just mine plus his. Basically, the move, I think, was the best decision that not just me and my partner made, but my parents made as well. Obviously, there were a lot of reasons why as well. We wanted to move downstairs because of, you know, all the freedom and space and wanting it to feel like our space, because, you know, my partner, he's back there, you can see his feet. You can see your feet in the corner. So yeah, it certainly feels more like our room as opposed to the one we had upstairs, or, you know, my bedroom that he had moved into at first. I actually can't believe it's coming up to a year of us living together as well, because he moved in December 17th last year, and in about a month and a bit it will be a year that he's lived here. And so this was like the best decision that both, you know, me and my partner and my parents made with the move. And I think for one main reason, that because me and my partner are very much more night owls and we're up in the night quite a bit. I mean, me, definitely. Him, not so much. He has definitely gotten better about that. I have not really. While my dad, he is very much an early bird. He gets up early, but he's also a very deep sleeper, so any like movement, any sound or anything like that doesn't wake him. My mum, however, is a very light sleeper, and when we were upstairs and there was a lot of movement, I was like moving about a lot, it would like wake her up, especially when I would turn on the hallway light and go to the bathroom and go downstairs. That would sometimes wake her. I'd imagine, not that I would know, but if that was me, that would annoy me if that kept happening and kept waking me up. And the thing with like the house as well, I will put like something on the screen so that you can get like a general idea of the layout of the house, because this bedroom does feel completely separate from the rest of the house. So from the front door, you turn into the porch, and then after the porch you've got the hallway goes up to the stairs, and then from the stairs going right, the first door you'd see on your left would be the bathroom door. Then right next to the bathroom, like to the right of it, would be my bedroom. So yeah, I was right next to the bathroom as well. And then after my bedroom, so towards the front of the house now, would be another little room. Actually used to be like an airing cupboard that my dad like knocked a wall down and like made it another room, another bedroom, and then stole some space from the bedroom that I've been in all my life. Stole some space from that room because it was originally a bit bigger, and then after that little room would be my parents' bedroom, and then there would be, so my parents at the front of the house, and then there'd be another little bedroom at the front of the house as well, sort of like opposite the bathroom. And then downstairs, from the stairs, like, so you'd go directly up the stairs from the porch pretty much, and then to the right obviously you've got the living room, go through to the kitchen, and then you sort of turn around to the left, because there'd be like a massive wall between the living room and the dining room sort of slash kitchen. So there's a wall that extends out. It is literally a concrete wall, and so it's probably got all of like the support beams in it as well. So yeah, turn to your left, then there's the dining room, and then through the dining room is this bedroom. Actually, this room never actually used to be here. Literally where I'm sat right now, it used to be like a washing machine and tumble dryer. My dad had built this room from scratch. Obviously there's like insulation in the ceiling, he put that in, and then obviously these like extra walls. I think all the walls behind me are actually stud walls. Oh, not all of them, sorry. So that one there, you can partially see that one there, that is a concrete wall. By all technicality, it would now be classed as a 5-bedroom house, when it used to be, I think, used to be a 3-bedroom house. It's now a 5-bedroom. So yeah, my dad built this room from scratch a few years ago. Actually, he had actually built it for my sister and her ex-partner to move into. Then they moved out, and so my brother moved into this room, and then my sister moved in sort of after a year of having moved out. So my sister moved back in, but she went into the room that is now currently an office because it used to be her bedroom. And now basically that means that me and my brother and sister have all lived in this room now. However, getting back to the point, yeah, moving into this room has been the best thing for all of us, for both me and my partner and my parents. Like, we've all benefited from it. I don't think there's really been like a bad thing, apart from the fact that that hallway out there can get a bit cold, and I don't think we've even experienced the worst of it yet either, because it is only November. Because now obviously I don't wake my parents up at night when I'm moving about. I'm closer to the kitchen. It's literally like 2 doors away, the kitchen. I don't have to go down a flight of stairs. I think the only sort of downside that I said is that out there in the hallway it can get cold, because it used to be a conservatory, so it does have a plastic roof, but there is insulation, as I said, between this bedroom ceiling and the actual plastic roof. And so I should probably just get straight into the vlog now, so you can see the whole process of us moving down here. So echoey in here, all that mould, lovely. And that is now day 1 of like moving like over. We have really not been doing much today. If I step in, because this is like the first thing you see when you like walk into the room. So we've got this Kallax unit in here that my parents had like upstairs. Some of those, I want to say Annex 5 drawers, I think they're called. Literally, there's not much behind the door, but I can't really show it because it's my uniform, my work uniform. I've got to shut it anyway. We have now started moving stuff down, and yes, there is a hole in the door. Oh, and just for reference, it is Monday the 28th of July now, and like 1:30 in the morning. We've also got a dining chair in here, our food bags, yeah, that's bad. The TV, the most important thing, as you'd agree, huh babe? We've got the bed in, got the bedding in, and yeah, we're now just slowly starting to move stuff in. Obviously at the moment there's no rhyme or reason to any of this, like especially this unit here, but it will be this side being Ryan's, my partner, then this side will be mine, and then all of those drawers are going to be mine as well, because obviously this isn't like all of the furniture. We are going to be having like a wardrobe here, and then when my dad has like done that, he's gonna fix this to the wall, I am hoping, and then I'm gonna have a bit of a desk, like a desktop there. My dad's gonna put one of them in as well, and literally all of those drawers, apart from this one right now, I've literally just started chucking like little bits in that I haven't wanted, like on the side. I've just been chucking them in there, but they're not staying. I don't really know how I'm organising these drawers just yet. And then at some point we'll be decorating the space above the bed, won't we babe? We'll decorate it once we've got all of our stuff in. You can pick 2, and I think for today that is pretty much everything. And then I've brought my bag down, I've got the bin down here, and I've just got like my essentials, like everyday stuff down here already as well. I was gonna sit down then, but wipes on the seat, the chair, because from wiping all these down, and then at some point we're gonna be moving the rest of the stuff down. But yeah, that is day one of like the moving bedrooms. We need to get like a bunch of things for the room now. We need like some wool basket storage thingies for like our things, like my book, I guess somewhere for your controller on the wall, unless you're just gonna leave it like on that unit.
Maybe, we'll see.
But yeah, for things like my book, his phone. But yeah, we're just kind of figuring things out as we're going. We do still have things that we need to order from Amazon. We need to get an extension cable. What else do we need to get? You don't know.
Oh yeah, a police thing, whatever they are.
Yeah, one of those gaming thingies. And then yeah, literally all my dad has done today. Well, I say all my dad's done today. What my dad has done today is he's painted this entire room. He has gone over the carpet 3 times with a carpet cleaner, and he's obviously like moved the bed in because it had to be like taken apart and wiped down, dusted, cleaned, and then he put it back together again without needing me. Yeah.
I helped with some.
Yeah, you helped some of it, and it has basically been like all of the day. I think it's going to be harder throughout the week to get stuff done.
Oh, because you're working.
I'm working. My parents are going to IKEA one evening.
And I don't really know where you want your stuff specifically put.
And
I can't move my stuff down until that's been stabilised a bit more.
what, the unit?
Yeah.
The Canax unit? Yeah, no. Because that's what I'm kind of waiting on. Just have to wait for my parents to go to IKEA, to be honest, for all the furniture stuff. Because once we've got all the furniture, and we can then start moving our clothes down as well.
Yo.
Tonight is going to be the first night in this room. It's going to be weird sleeping down here tonight, isn't it? Because basically, if you don't know, basically me and my siblings have all now been in this room, haven't they? Because my sister and her ex were in it once. Then my brother moved in when my sister first moved out. Then my sister moved back in. She went upstairs. He stayed down. And now, in a way, it feels like we're being evicted, because this room feels kind of separate from the rest of the house.
But it's also good because
yeah.
it gives us our own space.
Yeah, and considering the fact that you live with us now, it just makes it feel more like our room as opposed to just my room plus your stuff. That's just the start of it, and it's not going to be done for a while, I don't think, even after this next week.
The primary stuff will be done in a week.
And then things like decorations.
That'll be done as we go along.
Yeah. Day one, it's done. So it is now day 2 of moving all of my shit to the downstairs bedroom, or our new bedroom. But today, I think the plan is to just sort through as much of my drawers in here as possible. It is going to be, I can't turn my camera around without stopping the same recording, because I went to go film on my camera and it's dying, so it needs to go on charge. So, state of the drawers, we're going to ignore them for the time being, but yeah, basically all of this needs to go downstairs, and then same with all of this, and then these drawers here. So I have a bad feeling that this is going to kind of be upside down. So this drawer needs to go down, let the stuff in, like I'm not taking any of this down. Oh, that's bad. That's all dusty. And that needs to go down. Basically, all of it needs to go down. And then the atrocity that is this one here. Yeah, that's supposed to be my job for the day. And so, literally all I came up for the time being was my, breakfast Belvitas. Because I've got a coffee waiting downstairs. I'm gonna have some food first. Because I do have work all I'm doing at the moment is taking things down like one by one, and at some point I've got to go through my wardrobe as well and do that. I'm gonna go back down, have some breakfast quickly, and then I'm basically gonna come back up, pull everything out of the drawers, and then I can take it downstairs to later sort out into the drawers I've got downstairs. I did actually end up cleaning the last one out last night, like just giving it a wipe down, so that's all good to go. Like the whole drawer unit that I've got downstairs, that's just for me. Yeah, all of the stuff in the drawers in here need to go in there. I have definitely got a challenge ahead of myself, a challenge for tonight, because literally all I'm doing now is, yeah, I'm about to go and have a little bit of breakfast, down a coffee, and then I'm going to come back up with like a bag or anything. I don't know if I can take these drawers out, because if I can take them out, I should be able to actually. It might just be easier for me to just take the drawers down, some of them anyway, like especially these top two. I wouldn't agree for the third because of how full it is. I'd have to do that like separately, and then I'd have to leave them downstairs. I'm gonna get on with it because it's like almost 3. I have been awake since about 1:30 begrudgingly, and I'm actually hungry. I need to take my camera down as well and charge that for tonight. So it is now Tuesday the 29th, and it's currently about 25 to 1, so 12:35. I want to say at this point it's day 3 of like moving things into the room, but like technically only day 2 for me. That's my cat meowing. I don't know what she wants. This is all new to her as well. Is it day 2? Day 3? I don't know. I do, however, need to sort out all this crap here, pretty much. There's 2, actually, I was going to say there's 2 drawers there, there's 3. So I've got this one, the one underneath, which I think is all the meds, I think, and that sort of stuff. And then there's one underneath. And so, and half the joys of sorting all that out. Misty. Actually, the other thing I forgot to mention is that the floor in this room is like kind of uneven because it wasn't like laid properly when the house was built, I think. So it wasn't like something my dad had done. He had literally just carpeted it, which you can kind of see. I've already started chucking stuff away, but at the moment the plan is for this to be, I think this is going to end up being meds and like any other like little bits like that, sort of like stuff you'd reach for regularly, and things like wipes, maybe even hand sanitizer, that sort of thing. I was gonna say I don't really know where I want like my skincare, because on one hand I want it in a drawer like this because it's like not as deep, but then I also kind of want it in the one underneath, which I can't really open. So yeah, I can't open this one right now, but because it's a little deeper. Oh, and then I've got like guitar equipment in here as well, and I'm just like, I don't know where I'm putting any of this. I need to move this drawer as well. So the general idea, I've even started putting stuff in the drawers. Like I did a little bit earlier, but not a lot. So there's like some sort of skincare bits in there. What's this one? It's probably going to be body stuff. I really don't know. I just know that the bottom one's going to be hair, but I actually can't get to that right now. All of this stuff is already driving me insane, because it's also things like, because the reason why I was saying about the medium-sized drawer for my skincare is for like serum bottles like this. I kind of want to be able to stand them up, and I won't be able to do that in a smaller one. I'm also thinking I'm not going to be able to do it in here. Although, I don't even know where to start. I've got to start somewhere. Looks like I'm starting with the skincare, and all I'm going to say is that I do have a lot of it, so I can't see it all fitting. I'm going to be using these old ones that my sister left in one of these drawers, because I just thought, you know, probably be the easiest. She's left like tack on the bottom, and it's disgusting, but these are also going to need a wipe down. There's also tack, yeah, on the bottom of this one. This isn't even as much drawer as there is a little bit more at the back, but obviously you can only pull it out so far. And so I'm going to give these a wipe down, because more so because of the state of this one. I don't know if you can really see. Yeah, my sister's left like old makeup marks in it, and it's kind of grim. I'm going to give them a wipe down with some surface wipes, and then I can actually get on with it.
Longest done, but the trees are gone. Heavy glass walls, but lies too short.
I had cleaned all of the dividers up, it was time to start actually putting stuff away in the drawers. And my first step from a skincare drawer was all of my face masks. I do have a lot of face masks. After all of the face masks, I started on the rest of my skincare products. I actually had so much skincare that I even started a second drawer of all of my products, and then I had a little bit of makeup as well that I had shoved to the back of the second drawer with my skincare products in.
I keep forgetting I'm getting older, but when I realize it's too late, wanna be young again, do it over, feel the innocence on my face. I know you don't owe me any favors, but if you did it would be more time. So if you're listening, Mother Nature, can't you bend your rules? Just say you'll try. Say you'll give me a chance. Say I won't have a last dance. Say the hourglass in my head is never running out of sand. Say you'll grant me a wish. Say I won't have a last kiss. Say the hourglass in my head is never running out of sand.
It's now 10 to 3 pretty much. In all fairness, have been taking a break for like the past, I'd say 20 minutes now. I've basically been taking a break for like the last 20 minutes, just been on my phone because I was doing that for about, I want to say almost 2 hours straight. Babe, what time did I start on the drawers? I think it was
about
around
half one.
half one. It feels like I've been doing that a couple hours straight, and so I needed a break. I would say that is all I'm getting done for tonight, but actually I'm gonna do like my meds drawer now, but like I'm not really gonna show it. I don't think the meds one is even gonna be too much of like, what's the word I'm looking for, too big of an ordeal, because it's not looking too bad. It's just the part that I think takes the longest is just actually organising it. But now those 3 drawers there, so 1, 2, 3, so all of my desk drawers, they are now all cleared out, which does feel pretty great because they pretty much went into 1.5, maybe 2 drawers. I say it like that because I like shoved my makeup to the back. Yeah, I think it's this one here, which I can just about open. I've just shoved my makeup to the back of it. I never kind of stacked it so I've got a bit more space for other stuff, because especially when I bring the rest of my skincare down, yeah, that was not all of it. Yeah, when I bring the rest of my skincare down, it'll be going in, I think it was this one here, so 4th drawer down. And so I'm now going to be tackling this one and trying to get all that, well, all of that will definitely go into that. This is going to be the last thing I do tonight because I am drained. It is now a lot later. It's almost 20 past 3, still the 29th. I have actually come upstairs to my old room. Yeah, it's looking really weird because my dad has now taken those shelves at the back down and he's kind of like started, I'm guessing that's like some sort of primer, I want to say. Yeah, I think it's like primer and sealer that he started putting on the wall already. It's just looking so weird. I thought I'd give like a little bit of an update on what's going on like in this room as well, because my partner had to like come up last night and take pretty much everything that was on these shelves off. So now it's just kind of like under the bed downstairs. And yeah, it's also quite echoey down here. And he's also like taken things like my curtains down as well. These still haven't sorted out. Like I've still got shit on my windowsill. I've still got all this stuff up here. So I think the task for tonight probably is going to be just this shelf, because I think I did quite a lot last night. By the end of it, I was drained. I was fucking knackered, although I still didn't go to sleep until quite late. Later, well, I say later today, by the time I end up doing it, it's going to be like tomorrow. So all it's going to be is this shelf. In all fairness, there's quite a lot on it, but I'm going to be taking all the stuff off this shelf and then a couple of bits that are on this shelf here. And then as for things like the desk, there's not too much on it, I don't think. I've still got to take like that stuff down. That's my hair stuff. I'm dreading it, to be honest, because I don't know if you can see the dust on my hairdryer. Not that I ever really use it, in all fairness, because I don't really do anything like that with my hair anymore. And like hair straighteners and curlers, yeah, all stuff I don't really use. But there will be a place for it. That's the task for tonight. Oh my god, that mark there on my desk, beside my desk, old desk now I suppose, that's from my PC. That's from my PC tower. What? Oh dear. But yeah, at some point, I am actually keeping one of these and taking it downstairs. It'll be this one here. Yeah, and then this one. It's a lot like drinks, so some of them will go in the fridge. Some of them will probably go in a different storage thingy. And then DVDs can probably just go somewhere else at this point, because we just don't use them. We don't watch them. So it's literally just going to be this one. Although when we do decide to take it down, it'll probably be the last thing, in all fairness. I'll have to take everything out, which is a shame, to get the box down and all the products down, and then because it'll just be too heavy otherwise. Like there's candles in there, there's things like big body washes in there which are heavy. Obviously they won't be able to stay in there, and things like perfumes as well, so like glass bowls. So I'm gonna have to empty the entire thing to take the thing downstairs and the products downstairs, and then we can resort it out down there. But that'll probably be like one of the last things that I do today, and like, well, tonight I suppose. Tomorrow I don't really know. It's just going to be finishing off like things like my skincare, because somehow I've accumulated a lot of it. And then things like my notebooks, I'm probably going to have to wait to do stuff like that for like the rest of my furniture in the downstairs room. The process of moving, now that the shelves are gone, it feels very real. It is now Thursday the 31st actually. Yeah, it's the last day of July, and I didn't actually end up filming anything last night. By the time that it came around to trying to sort some stuff out, I just really couldn't be bothered. But let me show you the progress that I did make last night. I don't know if I've been through what all of these drawers are like gonna be, or like are now anyway. This one is literally meds, things like tissues, wipes, like these sort of wipes. Obviously got some matches and like hand stuff like sanitizer, hand cream, that sort of thing. Next one down at the moment has just become a junk drawer, because I've got tech stuff in there and just a bunch of random things like these old Pandora boxes, and yeah, like toothbrush heads, basically anything like that. And then this one, oh lordy, do I have a lot of face masks? Yes I do. I've got a lot of different ones as well, but yeah, this is basically skincare, so face masks, lip stuff. I've got like a whole little row of like lip stuff. Somehow the skincare drawer has become more than one, which I'll get to in just a minute. And then I've got eye stuff at the back and like moisturisers, eye creams, that sort of thing. And then this one is literally makeup shoved at the back, extra face washes, extra toners, and then I've got my serums all lined up at the front here. One thing I will mention in a minute, because my parents went to IKEA this evening, like my partner went with, and then this is going to be the hair drawer. I haven't brought things down like, babe, seriously? That's just my partner bashing his feet together. But yeah, this basically just has hair stuff there, some scrunchies, razors, and feet stuff, which I don't even use. But this will have things like my hairdryer in. I'll probably end up bringing it down tomorrow. I really need to get them down. I can't actually remember what it was I was going to do. And then, because I had a little sort out of this bag as well, and this is basically like stuff I use on a regular basis, so more skincare. Careful. Be careful.
Careful, Ron.
Careful. Careful, Ron. You can move the chair. Move the chair. Move the chair. It's not stuck there. I do actually have like this whole drawer to sort out things like my partner's. I think this is his Game Boy charger or something like that. Yeah, stuff like that can go in the tech drawer. That just needs a bit of an organising. Yeah, I don't really know what I'm doing with this. Oh, and then back here I even have like my guitar like cleaning stuff and spare strings, because I've got like, I want to say 4 like pairs of strings there. It's good to have a load of extras handy. And then basically, because my parents went to IKEA this evening just gone anyway, this like area here, like by the end of tomorrow, I'm hoping it won't be done, but we'll actually have like a wardrobe in that gap there. And then I don't know if my dad is putting the desktop in tomorrow, I'm not sure, but that'll be going there. And then I kind of had a bit of an organise of this last night as well. That just has like my everyday and like just regular stuff there in general. And then earlier I actually brought down my drinks, which are in that bag there, which actually I don't even know what I'm putting, but actually I just realised I will need that bag, because that's the bag I use for like if I've got any shopping like after work, at work. I just need to have like a general sort out of all of this stuff, because ideally I need this drawer clear to be able to take it back up, because I'm at a point now, where I can't sort too much more out without like having the rest of like my furniture in here, the furniture that I'm going to be having in here. But yeah, just kind of a bit of a sort out of all this stuff. And I think this drawer is probably the one I hate the most. Yeah, my tech drawer. I even found my Volcano top trumps. I have had them for years, and knowing me, I will probably never get rid of the cards because I love them so much.
Don't know what you wanna achieve, but make 'em believe you know where you're going. Doesn't matter when you're with me, I like you for you and all that you're doing. I used to be just like you, trying to meet the expectations of this life, but I wrote my own set of rules. You should write your own too, so we can feel alive. Let's get lost in the night, lost in the night. I'm gonna be there, yeah, be by your side. Let's get lost in the night, lost in the night.
Good afternoon, everyone. So it is now Thursday the 31st. It is currently about 3:30. Yeah, I have to be at work in an hour exactly, and I haven't even had my coffee yet, but I have like made it. Actually, I even made my sandwich last night for today. I feel a little bit better about that. However, I don't think I really showed any of the progress that I made last night. Obviously, you saw what I was doing with like my drawers, just like sorting things out in them, organising them, moving things in, out, you know, that sort of thing. I also had a bit of a clear up of this shelf here, because my dad is planning on getting the new wardrobe in tonight, but whilst I'm at work. You may notice my partner is not here because he has gone to his mum's for the afternoon / evening, and then I'm picking him up later. And I still have a lot of crap to do to move like a bunch of my stuff downstairs, because it's a whole process. I even brought down like a bag of drinks last night. Yeah, I don't know what I'm doing with them, but I think the plan is I've got like boxes under the bed already. Some of it's like organised, some of it's not, because obviously I had to make sure that this space was clear for my dad to get in here tonight to put the wardrobe in. So I had to move like a bunch of boxes and everything out of the way. So I think the plan will be I'm gonna have a box like under the bed of my drinks, but I'm gonna have to get like quite a big box and then slowly make my way through them. But let's head upstairs, because you'll see how much crap I still have yet to move. And yeah, I did mention that my parents went to IKEA last night. My partner also went. I believe my sister even went. Yeah, this is the wardrobe. And if that's the hanging pole for the wardrobe, oh my god, I'm gonna need to go through my clothes. Oh my god. Oh my god, it's really echoey in here. My dad has done like, I don't know how much I've showed, but my dad has done quite a lot more of priming the wall, I'm guessing. I've still got all of this to move. Mind you, this does look kind of empty, because what I'm actually going to be doing is obviously the drinks. I'm going to get rid of some of my drinks, although at the moment I'm only seeing one that I can actually get rid of. DVDs are probably going to go somewhere like the loft. Things like this, I don't know what I'm doing with, but basically I want to clear this drawer out. And then that box was like stuff on my windowsill and radiator. Oh my god, I just got a nice breeze. It's like humid at the moment. And then under that is another one of these storage box thingies, and that is full of candles and sprays and skincare, and yeah. And that's the one I'm going to be having downstairs. But obviously I'm going to need to move that down. Like, take all the stuff out. Oh my lordy, I just need some bin bags. I need to take some bin bags down, because the bin got full earlier. And then I still got that stuff there to do as well. But because I'm going to pick up my partner later, I really don't have a lot of time. And then things like my monitor, because the towel's already downstairs. Yeah, things like my monitor will be the very last thing I do. There's just so much more crap that I've got to move, and there's just nowhere for it to go, which is why I haven't moved it. Anyway, I'm not gonna lie, I don't really see myself doing any like editing tonight, because of the amount of crap that I have got to do like upstairs, and just, yeah, it's a lot. There's so much more to do, and just not enough time, because my dad wants it all done by tomorrow, but it might be by Saturday, because obviously tomorrow night I'll be showering. By the time I do that and do all my other like bits like skincare, hair stuff and all, it will be late. I'm thinking though that because my dad's putting my wardrobe in tonight, should the clothes be the next thing I do? Oh my god, I've still got stuff in the top of my wardrobe to do, to like bring down. Where's it gonna go? But obviously I'm still waiting on like my dad to put the desktop in, because then I'm going to get some like desktop storage. And then I'm also thinking that my monitor is going to go up on the wall. The TV is also going to go up on the wall as well. My dad hasn't done that yet, but he'll probably do that soon. And so the TV's going on the wall. I would like my monitor to go on the wall, so then I have a bit more like desk space to like have stuff. And yeah, because those drawers are pretty much full now. And then we do obviously have like some extra shelving things to put in here, because I don't really think any of this is going to stay in there. I just had to tidy it up a little bit last night because it was driving me crazy. I'm actually going to go and get like have something to eat, drink, have my coffee before I have to go to work, before I have to leave for work in like, at this rate, 45 minutes. Knowing me, that probably is when I'll leave, because I'll be like 25 past. So much to do, not enough time. Oh, and it's not that my partner will help me either, because apparently it's all my crap. For the most part, I feel like he'd just get in the way anyway. So it is now Friday the 1st of August actually, and now we finally have the wardrobe in, courtesy of my dad, whilst like I was at work and my partner was at his mum's. So that's in now, the exterior part of it, but like the inner parts we have yet to, like, my dad has yet to do, which means we can't bring any clothes down until it actually is done. And then I've brought like some other stuff down, like, I don't know if you can see, I have some of my hair stuff down there, which I finally brought down, and then just a bunch of like random shit in that tote bag. I honestly have no clue where any of this is going, and I just had a thought to myself, right, where am I planning on putting the notebooks that I have upstairs, like actually in the old room? Where am I planning on putting them down here? Because I really don't know. Now I've got the hair stuff down, I actually need to get into those drawers, so I have the task of moving everything to just be able to put my hair stuff away. Although I don't think it's too bad, to be fair. I don't think there's even much in the drawer that's underneath all that crap. I just need to move it, and then at some point I will be going back upstairs to like get some more stuff to like bring down. But as for right now, I just have to find places where to put this stuff. Because it's things like, well, actually this box here, this has got like hair stuff in. No clue where I'm putting it. Also I have no clue where I'm putting like things like craft stuff. I say craft. This one is all stickers, I'm not gonna lie, and it is chock-a-block in there. And then I just have like washi tape in there as well. But that's kind of what I need to do this evening. Just figure out what exactly I'm doing with this Kallax unit. At the moment, that's all my everyday stuff. That's staying as it is. And then this one, I think this one is probably going to have like another shelf in because my tower isn't going to be there. Although one thing I will say is it does look like the wardrobe is taking up a lot of space. I don't know if you can really tell, but there's still a bit of a gap down there. However, there is like a plug socket there, but it's sort of around, sort of like here, I think, in terms of the wardrobe. So I'm hoping that what my dad will be able to do is like cut out the hole, because then there's still a bit of space here where that can be pushed along, and then the desk will be the rest of the space there. Yeah, still don't really know what I'm doing with this. I think for right now, I need to sort out what I've got down here. Then I can go and get some more stuff in a minute. Well, I say in a minute, it'll probably be in like an hour, and I'll have to be really quiet because my parents are sleeping. But yeah, in terms of this, I'm at a loss. Oh, also, a couple of bits arrived. The extension cable finally arrived, and then look what else arrived. Actually, you can't really tell what it is, but it's a reading light, and this will be going on the headboard. So this part will go on the headboard. It's actually really stiff, which I kind of wasn't expecting. And then we can turn it on. It came with a remote, which I thought was brilliant. So if I turn it on, I think that's cool mode, and then switch warm. No, that's warm and cool. That's warm. Oh, actually, there's a night button. I don't actually know what that does. Let's switch it, and then I can press it. And there's also a button to like, for a 1 hour timer, and then to dim it or brighten it. But yeah, I have got to sort this mess out.
Belongs to a stranger. Last night I know we laughed too hard. I think we spilled some drinks and tattooed some ink. Wild hearts don't waste no time. When we live the nights no one remember. I sing the blackout blues, but there's a smile behind this body.
This reading lamp is like genius, because I don't just have to use it for reading, like it's pretty good for this as well, because the lighting without it, let me show you. Yeah, fucking awful, you can barely see me. And it like has one of those next moves as well, so you can move it however you need. Turn it on, it's pretty great. You know what? Yes, there's some reflection on my glasses, but it's really not that bad. But I've now brought a few more things down. I've got a bag here of drinks, yes, and you know what I'm going to do with them? I am literally just going to put them in with all of the other drinks that I've brought down, because they need drinking. And then just my crafty bits as well, so like my washi tape. I've brought down a notebook, like a big A4 one, my like colouring pens, some normal pens. I'm not bringing down my pen pots just yet. I have no clue where the crafty bits are gonna go. They probably will end up probably on this bottom shelf. I've still got a lot to like sort out. So I've got like nowhere for things to go because I still don't have like all of my furniture in to be able to like put things in certain places. Like I don't have a desk yet. Did I say what I'm gonna end up doing with my drinks? I don't think I did. I'm basically just gonna get like a big box. Like probably by the time the room is done, I won't need a big box. That looks dodgy. Hello. I thought you were gonna give me a kiss. You farted, didn't you? Yeah, I'm gonna chuck any bottles or like cans or anything of drinks that have the year 2024 on. We've been living together 7 months. Let that sink in. Wow.
I can't let this sink in, it's not outside.
I don't really know what else I'm supposed to do at the moment because, like I said, I'm just waiting for like the furniture to like all be put in before I can do anything else really. Because this bag is now empty. There's no more drinks in there. They're just all in this blue one beside me. Because I'm not gonna lie, I feel like this bag, I'm just gonna have to leave the stuff in. Yeah, because at this point, I really don't have much left to like move into this room. Literally it's clothes, my like notebooks that are in my old room, and things like my monitor, my speakers, and all of my computer stuff that's not my tower because that's down here. I just don't know what to do now, but I think that means I'm done for the day. So obviously I don't know what I'm doing with any of this. It is now actually Saturday the 2nd of August and it's now like 20 to 3 in the morning. I think for the most part now. So now most of the stuff has been like brought down and there's just like a few more bits to do upstairs. Actually, I'm probably gonna head up in a little bit to do that because it's just little things like there's some, I've got to bring down my notebooks and just clear off the last shelf, and then the only other thing I need to do is empty one of those storage like underbed things, and then it's pretty much all going to be done. Well, actually I need to do both of the storage boxes. Actually I need to do both of the storage boxes because I've got to like finish sorting out like the other half of the one I started the other night, but I don't know what I'm going to be able to do tonight because ideally I don't want to be going to bed too late just because I need to get up fairly early tomorrow afternoon, just because we are going to my sister's for the first time since she's moved out with her partner for like a family games night. I say night, it's more like afternoon/evening because we're leaving around 4 and we'll be there for a good few hours, and for me that's like the start of my day. But also I thought my dad was going to do more of the wardrobe today like whilst I was at work, but he did not. In fact, it still looks like this, quite empty, and yeah, I've just chucked like a few little bits in there just to get them out of the way, and then I brought down like a top for tomorrow and some other clothes. I think that's pretty much all of what's in there. Nothing else has been done since. Oh, you know what I've just realised? Look at the gap between the Kallax unit and the wardrobe, like especially here, because it's quite wide and then it sort of narrows. Yeah, you can definitely tell that the floor isn't even. That's not because of like the carpet, it's just how the floor underneath was like laid. It wasn't laid properly. I think I already mentioned that because it wasn't my dad that had done it. It was the way it was done when the house was built, I think. Yeah, there's now barely anything left to do, but it still feels like there's like so much to do. I think at this point I've just been getting quite antsy about not having all of the furniture in and just about not having it done, because I realised earlier that I actually miss playing The Sims, and obviously I need my PC to do that. I don't have my PC at the moment, all I have is my laptop, and I think The Sims might actually kill my laptop. I'm just hoping that this weekend it will definitely get done, especially Sunday. I think I'll just be glad when we're able to actually bring our clothes down, because yeah, that's basically I think one of the reasons why I want the room like done, or the wardrobe anyway. Like this process, this like in-between process, or this part, like the in-between part of the whole moving, like where everything is just everywhere. That's the part that's most frustrating and the most annoying, because like half the time I just don't even know where some of my stuff is. And I've got a lot of stuff which I've been trying to get rid of, but it's not been easy. Yes, it's a good thing that we're moving rooms now, but the process of it has just been challenging. And once I was upstairs, I started taking things off my shelves to take them downstairs, and tonight I was going through the stuff on my notebook shelf, taking some notebooks and the little bits I had left on it in the tote bag that I had brought up with me to move down. I also took my calendar down as well. And then I had the joys of sorting through those massive storage boxes that were under my bed. Stuff that I had not actually long put stuff in. And yeah, with the amount of stuff that was in them, it was not a fun task. I actually dreaded how heavy it would be for my dad to take all the stuff downstairs. Even with filling the box that was perched on top of one of them, my dad couldn't even lift it because of how much crap I'd put in it. So he had to empty it to just be able to take it downstairs. And my mum had to put some other stuff in some other storage boxes to take down.
I couldn't tear the night apart from the heat that's pulling me under. But I can feel it rising. You've got me running wild. Baby, the flames are climbing, taking me closer to the high. Oh, my might catching.
Good evening everyone. So it's now Sunday the 3rd and it's currently about 1:25 in the morning. Yeah, that's why I'm being really quiet, because both my parents are asleep upstairs and my partner is asleep, like fully conked out. Don't know if I mentioned it, we went to my sister's new place for family game night, like yesterday now technically, so like nothing much was even done. Even though I've done a little bit of like sorting out, because the room upstairs is now completely empty and like clean. I'm not sure if it's fully painted, I think it is. The dining room right now is like, well, first off, where I am right now, but yeah, there's just shit everywhere in here. The dining room doesn't really look like a dining room, it looks more like the dump room. All of this down here, brothers, most of that is my brother's. That is from the new kettle we got, and then this here is all the stuff that I had left in my room. And oh boy, do I have a lot of crap. But I think for tonight, I'm not really gonna worry too much about like everything. There's definitely some stuff that I can actually get rid of. Like, you see these things here? I'm gonna go through them tonight. I've got a couple more there to go through. It's basically like old writing stuff. I've already managed to get rid of like a few of these, like actual pocket thingies. I'm getting rid of the clear ones, then I'm gonna keep the coloured ones. I don't even know what's in here. Wax melts, pens, I've got a lot of pens. What I'm actually gonna do is I'm gonna go through. I actually kind of completely forgot about this colouring book, and it's kind of making me want to colour. So literally, I think all I'm going to be doing tonight is sorting through these like paper things and this. I'm not quite sure what's in it. I'm going to be sorting through all of it and chucking some stuff, hopefully. Maybe even doing some colouring. I want to do some bullet journal stuff. So in all fairness, I think tonight is literally just going to be relaxing, because I've just had a stressful week. I've been moving like all of my shit, trying to go through it all, actually try and organise the room in a way that both me and my partner both like. The amount of like bickering about certain things. We had a bicker about a lampshade because he wants a grey one, or he wanted a grey one, like light grey. I'm guessing I wanted like a black one because it's definitely not just my room now. It's both of ours. We have agreed on some things. It's just, and I think we have come to an agreement about the lampshade because I've agreed to let him have like some sort of anime print on the back of the door, anime print or poster, something like that on the back of the door to cover where the hole is. So I've agreed to let him have that, which I think is fair because in all honesty you're not even going to see it that much, and also it would be nice to actually feel like our room and not just my room. I feel like I should have said that at the very beginning. I probably did, because the room upstairs definitely felt like more mine, and it has been mine for, I want to say, like, it's been my room my entire life. I think the change of it all as well has definitely been affecting me this week, and it's not just that, but just like not having everything all in one place. Just been really stressed about like just not really being able to do the things that I want to do. Like, I knew when this happened that there would be like a long like transitioning like process to it. I just don't think I realised how like mentally and physically taxing it was going to be, because it's just a lot, isn't it, especially for someone that is neurodivergent. But yeah, tonight I'm just going to sort through these papers. It's actually things like guitar things as well. Like, I did have a bit of sort out last night, but it weren't much. And then I've got my bullet journal stuff to do because I've got things like monthly goals and just like my monthly spreads in general to sort out. I'm going to try and have a pretty chill evening, and actually I'm going to be sitting in the living room doing this. I don't want to disturb my partner, but dining room door, bedroom door, and then literally walk out. You've got the cleaning cupboard, and then there is the outside. Oh, and then the bathroom down here, the downstairs bathroom. How clean it is questionable, well, especially since me and my partner have been using it quite a lot this like last week. It's been disgusting. It smells in here. Yeah, me and my partner are definitely, well, me more so, are definitely gonna have to be cleaning this bathroom a lot more, because this is a bathroom that guests use as well, not just us. Sink, the mirror, that needs clean. The bathroom, and a shitload of toilet paper because I had to bring it down because we were getting low. But yeah, technically it's 2 doors into the bathroom because you've got this outer one here which just leads into like the general room, because then we have our utility space. So it's like a tumble dryer, washing machine. I feel like it sounds quite posh when I say utility room. Not really a room, it's like a little corner. Most of us Brits have our washing machine and tumble dryer in the kitchen, but we don't. Yeah, and there's a door there, so someone could be in the bathroom but then still have access to the washing machine and tumble dryer. Oh, and I would show you the shower down here. It's literally just around the corner here. It's kind of minging at the moment because the only person that ever really used it was my brother, and he rarely cleaned anything. For the most part now, he doesn't necessarily live with his partner and like her parents and all, but he pretty much does because he's always there and he's rarely here. So yeah, the shower is disgusting. My dad is planning on cleaning it before me and my partner actually start using it though, but obviously at the moment he's doing like the upstairs bedroom, ready for my brother to move in to it. Not that it'll ever be here, it'll just be a space for him to sleep if he ever does. That's literally it.
Beauty queen on the web, but when she goes to bed, it's like a rep making sense. Play the 90s songs when dreams were born. This girl is so sweet and slow. Head big as once, but life's too short. Hanging on in the hope of it all. Wonder if good girls really know what they see. Looking good but feeling incomplete.
currently Monday the 4th. Yeah, this is gonna go on for a while because obviously it's quite a slow process at the moment, but big update. We now have the wardrobe like done, all the drawers done. Don't know if you can tell. There's a Misty in there, a little pickle, in our underwear drawer. I don't think we quite realised, well, in all fairness, like I said, it is a process, but we just didn't realise that we would need like an actual shelf piece for on top of the drawer. But also definitely now, because of this little shit, all of our clothes are now in here. My partner does have more clothes than just these here. They're just not clean, like all clean enough to go in the wardrobe. And yeah, we're not worrying about doors or anything for it either, simply because with the drawers it didn't allow you to like have the doors as well online. We do just have 3 drawers, and actually it is perfect because we've got the underwear drawer, then this one is mine, and yes, it's full and it is organised because I've got like pyjamas on this side. I actually got rid of quite a few pairs of my pyjamas actually earlier, but like because it was during the day and like my parents were about, in all fairness, my camera was on charge, and so I just didn't film anything. This is my drawer. It's actually quite a big drawer as well, considering the fact that I've got shorts at the back, merch shops at the front. I don't really know why I've decided to do it that way, because you'd think it'd be better the other way around. I don't know. And then this one down here is my partner's. Going to be for my partner's stuff. So that's done. Then my dad has also kind of sorted out the Kallax unit as well. So the wardrobe has been, I think, only shuffled a little bit because there's still like a fairly big gap there. This is actually supposed to be a window that's just been boarded up, and there is one of these on the other side as well. My dad needs to be able to get to it, and then there's like plug sockets down there as well, which you won't be able to see. And so the extension cord is behind the wardrobe for all of my partner's things now. And then when I get my extension cord that you've ordered for me, haven't you, babe, that will be going there to replace the 3-way socket. Oh, what did I say about the Kallax? So my dad has now put in the little extra shelf for me, and I've already made use of it because I've got like my bullet journal and like my actual journal and some other stuff under there, like every day, like regular basis sort of things. And then my switches on this one, and just some other like random bits like my meds as well. And then he's also put in this little cupboard door, which I thought was brilliant. And at the moment I've just kind of chucked things in there just to like get it out the way, because since we're going to be having a shelf put in at the bottom to stop a certain moggy from getting in there, we're going to have one above the wardrobe railing as well, for just a bit more storage space really. And so the craft bits that are in that cupboard, they'll be going up in like my side of the wardrobe. And then still no desk, but I am hoping that my dad will be getting that in tomorrow. I've just got to sort like some of this stuff out here for my dad to actually be able to get in and do it, because all of my stuff has now been brought downstairs into the dining room here. And so I'm actually going to be using this like Kallax like sort of fabric insert for some bits, because it's quite spacious. Basically I want to get rid of this bag, and then this is going to go in that shelf there, because there's only a couple bits on that one. That's just my partner's Xbox and some of my random stuff. They can be moved, and this will be put in there. I'm actually going to get on and basically chucking, I'm not going to be chucking them, but I'm going to be organising everything that's in there into this box, and then that's going in there because it is my partner's side. But kind of our stuff is like everywhere at the moment because, like I said, it's not properly organised, but we are working on it.
I keep forgetting I'm getting older, but when I realize it's too late, wanna be young again, do it over, feel the innocence.
Good evening everyone, it is now Tuesday the 5th of August and yeah, it's currently like 20 to 1. I am about to get started on basically just actually moving stuff in to the room because there's still so much out there in the dining room that needs to come in here. There's just so much of it that needs to like be moved in. A lot of it is just like for the underbed storage, and the box that's going under there as well is in there, so that's kind of like the main plan for this evening. But first, I actually have all of my toiletries in the bathroom right now. I'm not done anything with them. I've literally just chucked them in a bag and brought them down to like put in the cabinet underneath the sink in there. But yeah, I need to sort all of that out first before I do any of the stuff that's in there. This is all of the shit I have left to sort out, and it's not just everything you can see, but apparently I've got a bunch of toiletries in here as well. So in the bathroom I've actually put some stuff in the laundry that I'll actually put on tomorrow, but this is the current state of this cabinet. I've already started putting stuff in. My partner's got some stuff in there behind my sanitary products and I've got even more in there. First task, put all my stuff in this cabinet. So this is the before. This is now the after. I haven't really put any of my partner's other stuff in here yet, but he does have like a slither of space and it was meant to be like half and half, so I'm hoping he doesn't mind. In all fairness, he doesn't have as much as me. I don't think it was banking on it being that wide. And then it was time to start filling up the storage box for under my bed again. This clip sped up is actually quite funny because my partner's legs were dangling over the end of the bed the whole time, and he was just kicking them about the whole time. He did eventually move back a bit so I could actually start putting all of my stuff in the box, and of course I started with the candles. Oh, and then I'm actually making a start on all of like my shower stuff. Just all of the smellies, all of the toiletries, putting them in as well. And yeah, organising these was an absolute pain in the arse because of how many there were, how small they were, especially like my perfumes and body sprays. Yeah, it was not fun.
The expectations of this life, but I wrote my own set of rules. You should write your own too, so we can feel alive. Let's get lost in the night, lost in the night. I'm gonna be there, yeah, be by your side. Let's get lost in the night, lost in the night. Nothing can compare to this feeling, alright. When you're lying there old and grey, you'll think of the days you savor the moment. You'll remember the leaps of faith, the love that you gave, only thing that's worth knowing. I used to be just like you, trying to meet the expectations of this life, but I wrote my own set of rules. You should write your own too, so we can feel alive. Let's get lost in the night, lost in the night. I'm gonna be there, yeah, be
Oh my god, this drawer is heavy, but you can kind of see why. You use candles, skincare, body, like smelly stuff, galore, shower stuff. Honestly, I've been at this for, I think I started around 1:30, maybe just before 1, and it's 3 AM now. So it's been over 2 hours actually since I've been like starting to sort out stuff, and I'm exhausted. That has really tired me out, and now I think I'm done for the night. It is now Thursday the 7th and it's almost 4 in the morning actually. Pretty big update actually, because as you can see the desk is now in. Not just that, the TV's on the wall, my monitor is on the wall, and then pretty much got everything on the desk here. Even got my little lamp set up on the desk, and unfortunately because this part is so thick now, I can't like put my lamp really like on like this part anyway, and not anywhere that would really make a ton of sense. And plus when I did put it like here earlier, like around here, it sort of made it go like outwards, like the end part, so that's why I have put it there. And yeah, pretty much everything is set up as well. The tower, all of the cables, my speakers, I've got my phone like docking station there, laptop is set up, even stole back my laptop stand, and then behind the laptop I've got some like a couple of my pen pots in here. Actually I was able to get rid of like some of my pens. It's basically what I've been doing for like the last, I'd say, hour and a bit. I've just been sorting things out here and there, and yeah, this did have some pens in, but I was able to get rid of some pens because some didn't work, some I don't use. And then one thing I will say is that no, I don't have my like keyboard and mouse that I had before like in here, because instead I've got my partner's gaming keyboard and gaming mouse, and so we've got that set up because that's actually wired, so yeah, the lag won't be as bad between the keyboard and mouse. Actually, one thing I never did was show the empty room before my dad put all of my brother's stuff in. That's simply because it slipped my mind, but surprisingly it still looks somewhat bare despite my brother's furniture being in there, like the walls anyway. Which brings me on to the next point. My dad also put up the calendar. I was having a little think about where on earth like all of my wax melt stuff and like reed diffusers and like the little tea lights that I have for my wax melter and just all of that crap. I have no clue where I'm putting still. I think these two shelves are pretty much going to stay like that. They just need a bit of like organising, sorting. Nothing here is like final. So I think what I'm actually going to end up doing is sorting this shelf out here and getting some sort of storage solution for all my wax melt and all of my wax melt stuff, and so that will then become all the wax melt stuff. As for what's already in there, don't know where that's going. We are making good progress. And then I've already started putting some like other stuff on my desk as well. I just put like a notebook and my current colouring book because I don't colour very often, but when I do, it's that one I use. I've also got to remember that the side of this desk is like sharp. The amount of times I can see myself just like bashing into it, bruising myself. I'm just happy that I finally have my desk space in, so I can actually sit here and do shit. I do all my writing and editing, but we do still have a lot of other stuff to figure out, like where the hell I'm putting my notebooks. So there's still a lot of like decisions to be made, things to buy. I've got plenty of stuff I need to buy for this room, like some wall storage thingies for like my book. He wants some sort of cup holder for his side of the bed. So there is a lot more to be done. This is not the end, but it also kind of is. But now it's more like the start of figuring the rest of our stuff out. I still have quite a few more of my things in the dining room that I've yet to like finish sorting out and go through. I've even binned the coasters that we were using upstairs because at this point we kind of just need new ones. I don't even know that, I don't think my drink, this cup of mine, will even end up on my desk. Probably end up in the windowsill. But so yeah, I've still got stuff in the dining room. It's not as much now because I've been sorting some more stuff out this evening. Oh, and we also need like a lampshade for this room as well. But yeah, it feels like a lot has been done, especially today, because my dad, he's put this desk in. He obviously cut down the wood, I think, anyway, for my tower, like my PC. But then he could have also just used the same one that my brother had when he was down here, because the floor is carpet. carpet, so couldn't have it like directly on the floor. Weirdo! He's screwed this desktop in, he's been drilling at the walls, put in the TV and my monitor on the wall. What else has he done? He did something else. Oh, my calendar. He did that. And so tonight I can finally play Sims after not having played for a week. Honestly, I'm so happy that the desk is finally in, and I will be buying my dad some beer and chocolate tomorrow as a thank you for all of this, because he definitely deserves it, and now I get to enjoy the work that he's done in here. Feels pretty great to say. And then I don't think I ever filmed an outro. I did try and have a look for it because I could have sworn that I had done one. I also did not. I think I fully intended to film again and film an outro, and I just didn't. And if I did, the footage is lost. But yeah, this vlog has gotten very long. I knew it was going to be a long one. I just don't think I really realised how long it was going to take, how long it would be. And actually this whole process of moving was a lot for me. I think I did mention that multiple times throughout the actual vlog. I don't think I really realised how like mentally and physically taxing it would be for me. Yeah, it's just very taxing, and it was a long process. Even now it still doesn't feel done. The room still feels quite bare. There's still definitely some things that need to be like put up, like some picture frames, maybe a shelf along that back wall as well. Is there a smudge on my camera and I'm really just noticing? I'm also the type of person that needs order, that needs a stable environment, so moving bedrooms did make that quite difficult for me because like my environment was changing, and a lot of like my routine during the moving process did change. Like I cut back on my writing, on editing, because all of my time was just dedicated to moving all my crap into this room. And so in a way it's not, I keep saying new room, but actually it's not like as new anymore, but in a way it still does, because I'm still not really over the novelty of it. It still feels quite new for me, like it's still exciting for me, and I like having this space, and it's nice to have a room for me and my partner to actually call ours, and it's nice to have a room that we feel like we can actually cohabitate in. I'm in love with the new room, the space. Yeah, we still have some more decorating to do, but for the most part, like, it's done. It just needs decorations because everything's grey. Everything in this room feels really grey, and it needs something. It needs some colour, needs some like stuff up on the walls, because they also feel quite, because the walls are just feeling quite bare at the moment. Still, we've been down here for a couple months now, because it's been August, September, October, November. Like we're entering November now, pretty much, because it's only like the 6th for me. I also don't think that when it came to like all the moving and everything, I don't think it helped with how much crap I have and still do have, because I had to move like all of it down pretty much. Obviously I didn't do the actual like moving part, but I did the part where I had to like put things in boxes for them to be transferred down here, like for my dad to bring down, and then I'd be the one then putting things in place. However, saying that, in the process of moving things into this room, I did get rid of like a bunch of stuff, like clothes and just random things. I think just got chucked away. And yeah, it's been 3 months now that we've been in this room that I definitely feel like I've settled. I think the best way I can describe it really is just feels like a honeymoon phase, like being in this room. I think that's just the best way that I can really put it. And this room gives me that feeling that I wanted, that feeling of actually being an adult, even though I still don't feel like I'm quite there, but pretty much. Even though I literally said not that long ago that I still don't feel like an adult despite being 24. Don't get me wrong, this room can get quite messy, but for the most part I do try and keep it tidy. Like I feel like I'm always clearing something up. Oh, the other bonus is that I don't hate doing the laundry as much anymore either, because it's just out there, so we don't have to do much like lugging clothes around. Sometimes it always feels like this room is smaller than the one that we had upstairs, but also bigger, because it just feels like we just have more walk space in this room. I think it is a very different layout as well, because it's not like it's not like it's the same shape as the one upstairs that my brother is now in. But yeah, it definitely feels a little bigger than the upstairs bedroom, and we don't have like all the crap at the end of the bed either, so we feel like we've got more space on the bed when we're sleeping, which he is supposed to be doing. So we certainly sleep a lot more comfortably down here. And by crap, I mean the throw pillows. So yeah, all the throw pillows now have ended up down the side of my partner's side of the bed, because there was like a big gap there. And that's just naturally where they've fallen. Oh, not just his side, my side as well. His side is this side. That's my side. So like, I'm closest to the door, but away from the window. Not just the throw pillows either, but also all of our teddies. But at some point I think we both want to have like a shelf along the back wall, so we would have somewhere to put the teddies. In all fairness though, I just keep forgetting to ask my dad about it. But yeah, me and my partner are now fully settled into the room. I actually forgot that there are some things out in the dining room still. The room is still not sorted out. It's literally just a few things that are like stacked up on the table, but I will need to sort that out before Christmas, because we will need that table for Christmas. That is literally the only time we get that we use the dining table. It doesn't get used any other days of the year. Literally just Christmas Day. Yeah, I think that's everything for this vlog. It's definitely been a long process moving all my crap down here and like actually making this room ours, but we got there in the end. Like I keep saying, it's nice to finally have a space that we both feel we can call ours. Like, I don't think I've ever really called this my room. It actually feels weird to just call it my room, because yes, it's partly my room, but saying it just doesn't feel right. Like, it's mine and my partner's room, it's ours. I feel like I can actually call it that, because it actually is. And I think with that being said, I should probably end this vlog here. If you enjoyed it, make sure to give it a big thumbs up. Also make sure to subscribe down below and ding the bell to be notified for every single time I upload. And if you made it this far in the vlog, make sure to leave a comment down below with this emoji. And I will hopefully see you very soon in my next video. Bye!
I used to be just like you, trying to meet the expectations of this life.